If you think in 2 years you're gonna have a job as a software developer, you're sadly mistaken. It's
This is almost entirely false. An excellent book by computer scientist Eric Larson that addresses this exact topic. Turing test, which was invented by mathematician Alan Turing and was a hypothetical concept in which you could determine if a computer had reached human level intelligence. Set out two separate concepts for mathematical thinking: intuition and ingenuity. Is our ability to be able to make spontaneous judgments about things we believe to be true and can even give examples that we show are true without being able to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that it's true 100%. Ingenuity is the process of more formalized or logical thinking, where you lay out a set of propositions in order to prove that a thing is true. This is also congruent with the work of mathematician Kurt Gödel, who published his incompleteness theorems in 1931. He demonstrated that there are truths that we as humans can understand intuitively, but that you can't prove in a formalized system like math. Statements came to be known as Gödel statements, which are propositions that you can set forward that you can't prove in a mathematical system without causing a logical contradiction. An example of this would be expressions that use the property of self-reference. Suppose we have a computer program whose entire purpose is to determine the truth or falsity of a statement. We then feed as an input to our computer program the statement, "This statement is not provable in the system." It creates a logical contradiction. If the program were to determine that this statement were true, then it means that the statement is actually false, in which case false equals true, a logical contradiction. If the program returns that the statement is false, you get the exact same problem. Using this, Gödel was able to demonstrate that there are certain truths that can't be demonstrated as 100% true inside of a formal system like math or computers. As humans, we're able to determine the truth or the falsity of statements like this using our intuition. Having shown that there are certain truths that a formalized system like math can express within its own language, Turing tried to solve this problem by adding more axioms, showing that the more axioms or propositions that you give to a machine, the more truths it's able to see. The idea is that if you take system A and then you create system B, and system B has more axioms than system A, and you continue feeding these programs to themselves, you can eventually end up with a computer that has higher intelligence or equal intelligence to people. While this does in fact create more powerful machines, it doesn't actually erase the problem. All it does is pushes it back. Part of what this shows is that there's a fundamental difference between the way that people think and the way that machines think. This is just one of the many problems with AI and all of the online discussions that people are having when it comes to the idea that AI is just going to wholesale replace all human jobs. It's simply not true. I'm actually very pro AI. I'm a software engineer and I use AI every single day on the job. I love the ways in which I'm able to use it and how it makes my life and other people's lives easier. I'm able to be more productive. What I don't love is all of the misinformation and the fear mongering that tricks people into believing that AI is something different than what it actually is. In well over a year at this point, when the CEO of NVIDIA made the prediction that coding was going to be dead in 6 months and AI was going to be writing all of the code. Well, it's been over 12 months at this point, and there are still plenty of software engineers